Van-e valami oka, hogy extra hosszú streammel szórakoztatsz minket? Igen, ez a misszió hosszú. Tehát, hogy ez az egy misszió, amit csinálunk, ez lassan egy órája tart. Tehát főként mellékmissziókat csináltunk ma.
If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. And we can start fixing the blight. The
Most szivatsz, ugye? Nem
Maybe
szivatsz.
she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want it back up?
Hidd el, megéri. Én elhiszem, hogy iszonyat jó az a küldetés. Addig minden másodperce rohadt jó. Nagyon jól meg vannak csinálva a küldetések. Piszkút! Nagyon szépen köszönöm a 100-as csírt. Hello, hello. Mit mondod, hogy így glide-oljak innen? Oda? És ha így elkapom, az még jobb, nem? Oké, fölvitézek a csatára. ALOY, meg a gépek lázadására. Nem így van a szöveg, de majdnem. Geronimo!
These rocks look loose. I think I can clear them.
Igen? Azt mivel? Ja, ki írta? Jó, ez a felfeszítős, ez konkrétan Tomb Raiderből van.
Another shaft.
Azt mondja. Oké. A hang kicsit erős? Ja, majd állítunk rajta még ezek. Ezért mondom, hogy minden tesztfázisban van, ideiglenesen van, vagy nem tudom, hogy van. Szóval, hogy ja, még be kell állítani. De ezt nagyon gyorsan tudom orvosolni. Azt mondja, igen, odamész. Mindjárt fél pillanat, csak el fogom felejteni. Igen, azt mondja, hogy editáció, alert box, yes, settings, chill alert, beállítások, és akkor a volumot ezt mondjuk levesszük, hogy 20%-ra sáve, úgy, ablakbezárás, úgy. Az megoldható, hogy a chill jelző hangot a stream ne hallja. Jól van, Chassit.
Okay, now I've got to find a way to plug into this place.
Ott alatta van a loop, mi?
Looks like some kind of dome. Wonder what it's for.
Futunk egy kört, hogy ne nézzenek a... Tudjátok mire? It's a very big kör. Mehet.
Alert. System core penetrated.
Hello! Az persze, ez fog meg kézzel, bolond.
Minerva, I need the console. Please.
Access denied.
Miért tagadja meg?
It
Beszélgetünk
didn't
vele.
used to be like this. Do you remember it? Anything? You were part of something bigger once. Something good. Gaia. That's right. She can live again. But only if you give her the chance. I can't reboot her without you.
Will I cease?
think you'll disappear into her. Become part of her. Like you used to be.
Desiree, this is...
Yes.
A kín véget ér. Te durva, Jézusom.
Thank you, Minerva. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Minerva function to original code. Do you wish to initiate heuristic matrix?
Here goes.
Közben Lord félig köszi szépen. Köszi szépen a családnak ajándékozott szubon.
Gaia.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek.
Pörögjenek.
A moment. Scanning data.
What?
So it is Aloy, not Elizabeth. We have much to discuss, but initialization of my heuristic matrix will not be complete for several minutes more. In the meantime, I suggest you familiarize yourself with this facility. It is our best option for a base of operations, and you can make use of its equipment to improve your ability to override machines.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shall I grant access to your companions?
Hát persze, hogy.
They will be here shortly.
Köszi. Egy kávét is kérek, meg egy dupla sajtburgert.
Don't overwhelm them, okay? They don't have a lot of
Hát
experience.
ha az is megtörténik, tudod.
Well, you.
Üdv földlakók!
So no fake this time?
No. This time she's real. Borl, Zoe. This is Gaia.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Gaia's still, waking up. Let's look around.
I will highlight the location of the lab on your focus.
I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control center,
Egy
where
regionális
Zero Dawn
beszélőközpont.
progeny would have overseen terraforming operations in the area.
Innen felügyelték volna a terraformáló
I
izét.
suggest you explore this facility, Aloy.
Menjek a laborhoz.
Initialization is complete.
Értettem. Nem, ezt a játékot nem... Hogy lehet abba hagyni amúgy, pakker? Hát komolyan, mióta megy? Jesus, mother of God. Oké.
What's all this?
This was intended as the main gathering space for control center operatives.
You could fit a good number of people in here.
Or maybe just a few. To start with, you two go ahead. I'm going to poke around a bit.
Looks like an office.
Correct. The facility was designed with a number of private offices.
Aha, ez egy ilyen
I guess it's nice to have a space to
iroda,
call your own.
streamer szoba. Hívjuk így. Direkt nem oda megyek, ahova mutatja. Mert lehet, hogy előbb oda kéne menni,
This
és
would have
úgyis...
been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations.
Aha.
Unfortunately, those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed.
That's too bad. So this place was here all this time. Built for people who would never show up.
Why didn't they?
Remember that guy I told you about? Ted Farrow? He sabotaged things. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
Jó, ez zárva van. Jó, menjünk, amerre mutatja aztán. De tök jó, hogyha bemész valamelyik szobába, akkor mondja, hogy az mire volt jó, vagy mi
So
volt
this
ez a
was
szoba.
supposed to be a lab.
That was its intended purpose.
Ez volt a lap volt.
Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
I'll take a look.
Na mi van? Gyártási terminál. Ekeszar feltörése. Feltörés elérhető. Feladat létrehozása. Jó. És hogyha azt megcsináljuk, összegyűjtjük a költségeket, akkor meg lehet tanulni, vagy el lehet készíteni, hogy hogyan kell felülírni ezt a fajta robotot. És itt vannak, hogy itt majd, ha megtaláljuk a többi robot... Okay.
Looks like I need data from machine parts to fix the corrupted override.
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy. When you are ready, return to the control room. We have much to discuss.
Oké, hát nagyon kell domálnunk. De várjál, ezt most meg kell csinálnom ahhoz, hogy tovább tudjak haladni, vagy nem kell megcsinálnom. Ja, hogy ahhoz, hogy feltörhessem, el kell mennem most a robotot, meg szedni azokat a cuccokat?
What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for control center operatives.
Reminds me of the bedhouse aspirants had to sleep in the night before the proving.
Alvószoba. Budi.
Hey, Gaia? Why doesn't this door have power?
At my current operating level, I am only
Csak
able to
részükben
restore
tudta,
functionality to part of this
Akkor
facility.
ezek még majd később
In
lesznek.
time, that may change.
Got it.
Jó, most mentem egy kört. Kind of. És itt ez?
Through that door is a trail that leads towards Plainsong.
Aha.
So I could head back east if I need to, once we're done here.
Correct.
Jó. Na várjál, mert most kicsit megzavarodtam. Hogy itt tartunk ennél. Derítsük fel a bázist, és térjük vissza a izébe. Hát ennél jobban nem tudom felderíteni a bázist, főleg. Ugye a feltörés opcionális. Vagy volt itt valami út lefelé, várjál, azt is megnézem, aztán majd ott fölmegyünk. Vissza.
Oh, I've been down here before. It's where I first got into the facility.
What's all this stuff for?
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored.
Hát igen, ez egy adatközpont igazából.
No good. Door's locked until Gaia can restore access.
Aha, cucc. Jó. Oké, nagyon cucc. Nicely done.
Looks like some kind of storage room.
Akkor gondolom vissza. Ott itt másik oldal is. Az zárva van. Jó, az opcionális, ezt nem tudtam így kipipálni teljesen ezek szerint. Na mindegy. Szerintem nem menjünk le. Ti mit gondoltok erről? Hopp.
Okay. Maybe it's time to talk to Gaia.
I'll leave you to it.
Na beszéljünk vele. Most nincs meg a cucca feltöréshez? Nincs, mert olyan Triceratops robottal nem találkoztam még. Úgyhogy nem tudom, hogy... de nincsenek olyan alkatrészeim.
Hello, Aloy.
Hello!
Hi. So you're ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete.
Okay.
All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first.
Az idegenek és az alárendelt funkciók. Aha. Hát kezdjük a funkciókkal.
We're not gonna be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced.
Itt
I will
sokkal
search for the
jobban
others
tudunk
now.
keresni majd.
Transmitting query pattern.
Oké.
Receiving.
Hát figyelj oda!
Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace.
Ó,
They are simply gone.
What about the others?
piszkót!
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are
Köszi
revealed.
szépen az 5-ös
They lie
szubgift
within reach,
bombát!
procurable.
Köszi szépen a supporton. Pörgessétek meg a hype-okat. Köszi szépen Biszkut a támogatást a közösségnek, meg mindenkinek, nekem,
Festus?
közösségnek. Na! Köszi szépen.
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved.
Hol?
Moreover, it is not confined to a single location.
Aha.
It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Az
Let me
igen.
guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the
Igen.
physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
Nem elég őket megszerezni, még fizikálisan is át kell őket ide hozni, és
A cartridge your
úgy
root kernel
betáplálni
store on?
Gájában, nyilván.
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one
Egyszerre csak
subordinate
egyet
function at a
tudunk
time.
hozni a
But in all other respects,
funkciókból.
it will suffice.
Na és kik ezek a
Maybe
érdekes
you can help me make sense
emberek?
of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Igen, ott ők azok. A fantasztikus négyes.
Do you know who they are?
Én
The
tudom,
answer to
Carrion
the
Moss, meg
questions related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy.
E.T. Telefonér nach Hause?
The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away.
Akkor szomszédból.
A distance so vast that light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
Nyolc fényévről
Okay,
küldték?
so
Okay.
what's so far away and why does it want us dead?
Akkor ezek
The
szerint...
Sirius star system.
Serious.
Az nagyon komolyan hangzik.
But that's where Far Zenith, their ship.
The
Watch.
Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed?
Azért, hogy ne keressék őket.
They didn't want anyone to know.
Így van.
They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers
vagyunk
who tried to
egyedül.
kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Far Zenith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
Ha, az komoly. Igen.
The three subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All three are relevant to problems currently
Bioszféra
plaguing the
érintő
biosphere.
jelenlegi problémákhoz
Ether is
kapcsolódnak.
responsible for
Légkör
detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather.
És időjárás.
Poseidon controls the organic
Víz
and
és szerves és
chemical
vegyi.
composition of
Aha.
water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
Ha.
If all three were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
Oké. A
The
hiányzott
missing
nélkül amúgy mi
subordinate
lesz?
functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthio was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Húps!
Pharaoh, huh?
Jó, így el van nyúl.
really hate
Hello,
that guy.
hello.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
Tehát akkor, mint mellékküldetés, a már végbe ment alfeladatokat, vagy alfunkciókat is meg lehet majd találni, és akkor még biztosabbra lehet menni a végeredménybe? Költői kérdés, nehogy válaszolj. Nem, jó, chat, tehát hogy ezt most csak hangosan gondolkoztam.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every
És
subordinate
ezért vannak a
function has
kőkorban
value,
körülbelül,
but
mert
Hephaestus is
Apollónak
by
ugye
far the most
2066-ban
important.
RIP.
Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Vagy a másik 3-at lenyúlták, írja Csasszit. De nem lenyúlták, mert mondta is, mert van légkör, van növényzet, meg ugye van... vagy hogy van? Ja nem, azok kellenek a izékhez, tehát hogy akik beteljesítették a funkciókat, ugye az új emberi genetikát, vagy új embereket létrehozza az egyik, az megtörtént, az ugye azok ALOY-ék és a nemzedéke. Mi volt a másik? A 3-ból? Ugye Apollo, a tudás, az emberi történelem és a tudás az, ami elveszett, és az legelső, meg az mi volt? Elfelejtettem, pedig most mondta. Na látjátok, én is fáradok.
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really
Az
no way
állatok,
to
igen.
capture and
Igen,
merge it
igen,
first?
köszönöm Lord Fairy. Az állat, ugye állatokkal találkozunk, van vaddisznó, róka, stb.
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva,
Az
I am
állatok,
operating
Artemis,
at less
igen,
than
köszönöm,
1/5,
igen.
18.8% of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me rather than the other way around.
Így
A
van.
merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
Hát amint a...
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Hát az összes.
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity,
Oké, az még nem lesz
exceeding that
50%.
of Hephaestus.
Aha. Tehát nem... És hogy ejtjük
You
csapdába?
said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Bocsánat, hogy ilyen hosszan beszélgetünk, de ezek nagyon
Unlike
jó,
the other
jó
subordinate
beszélgetések,
functions
meg
which are
nagyon
confined to
fontosak.
discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know.
I do not know.
While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
Értettem.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So, could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
It is in
Erre
my
van
nature
ő.
to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army.
Aha.
Given the nature of the Far Zenith
Hogy
threat,
megvédje a földi
doing so may
életet,
be
az
our
emberi
only
életet,
option.
építhet
I must
majd
admit,
olyan
however,
gépeket, amik...
that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Indeed. Valóban, görög volt a falóban. Bocsánat. Bioszféraként. Mi a
The
tervük? Azt
sole
mondjuk tök jó
purpose of
lenne
the
tudni.
signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that... if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power... until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system...
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere. To their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Okay.
Extinction. Instead of salvation. this is not good.
Hát nem annyira kellemes, igen. Tehát a kiirtódás az nem annyira kellemes, mint a... Na, hát igen, abszolút, abszolút. És hogyan kerültek ide lesz? Űrhajóval jöttek, képzeljed el.
You
De azért
said Sirius
megkérdezzük.
is really far from Earth.
Hogy
81
teleportáltak.
trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light.
Csak
If they did not set out for
29
Earth
évig
until they learned
tartott.
of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin.
Na jó, ezt megérte megkérdezni. Az űr nagyon nagy, gyerekek. Bizony. Ott nagyon-nagyon sokáig lehet ám utazgatni. Hogyan találta
How
meg a
did you figure out
forrást?
that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years.
Pingpongozás az
So the
információval.
duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
Igen. És ami még fontos, hogy amúgy nem a mával jöttek a zenitek. Jó, még a
The
klónról
descendants I
kérdezzük
ran into
meg.
at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek.
Nem egy
So that's
optikás.
consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's okay, but I mean, this clone. How could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek, a subordinate? I don't think so.
Aha, persze, mert az így működik. Jó, lehet még itt a bioszféráról
What is the state
kérdezni?
of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious.
Azért remeken
But these
prezentál a gája,
bellwether
azért ezt lássuk be
phenomena
neki,
offer
nem?
just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction, now driving Earth's biosphere towards collapse.
Az nem hangzik
and
jól.
you can't do anything to stop it.
If you can return Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated. All efforts must be directed toward that end.
Oké, mennyi időnk van? Ez is egy fontos kérdés. Tök érdekes, ez a rész nagyon-nagyon-nagyon
At
jó.
present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return
4 hónap.
in approximately 4 months.
Kb. 4 hónap, az ásókapa.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts.
És azt itt írja, hogy a fárzenitesekre a leggyorsabb megoldás a diplomácia. Adjuk nekik másolatot Gájáról, azt menjenek Isten hírével. Nekik is van, mert ugye 2 ilyen kor másolat volt ott, ahol ránk támadtak. Az egyiket elvitték, a másik nálunk van. De ugyanúgy csak basic core darabok vannak, vagy core az egész. Nekik is össze kell állítani az alfunkciókkal, tehát most versenyzünk úgymond velük, hogy ki állítja hamarabb össze Gáját, és akkor utána lesz egy darab Gája, amelyik erősen, vagy elég erős és normálisan funkcionál. Tehát nem tudunk odaadni nekik egyet, vagy összerakjuk, és utána copy-C, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, azt menjetek innen, vagy mi? Mondjuk azt nem hülyeség. Másod le Káját, figyelj! Figyelj, én összerakom, te lemásolod, azt elhúzol innen, jó? Így kell. Na jó, hát lássunk hozzá.
I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate
Majd
functions.
nyilván a
What
következő
can you tell
streamben csak
me about their locations?
megpróbálok kijutni innen.
When my predecessor destroyed herself, the subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case you will be looking for
Nagy
a
teljesítmű
powerful computer
számítógépeket
of some
keresünk
kind.
nyilván.
Ether is the closest, and therefore might be the easiest to acquire. However, it appears to be in the middle of Tanakh territory.
Hát nem
My
baj.
knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus, but they seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Hát én sem
Well, that's a
vagyok
nice way to
éppen
put
az
it.
a
What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has
Angyali
taken
típus.
shelter in the desert south of this location. My
lepuffantottunk mi már itt egy-két
substratogeography
embert, na?
data indicates that a major old world settlement called Las Vegas was
Viva!
located there.
Bocsánat.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh? Strange place for an AI devoted to water.
Ötjünk Las Vegasba, gyerekek.
As for Demeter, it
Igen?
appears to be located on the coast to the far west. Unfortunately, I am unable to provide any relevant data about the region. As such, it may be the most difficult to retrieve.
Jó,
Okay,
semmi baj.
so 3 subordinate functions to go after. Ether, somewhere in Tanakh territory. Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Where will you begin?
Hát hol? Hát nyilván Etherhez megyünk.
I think I'll head for Ether.
Then I will assign Ether as the objective on your focus.
És láttátok, tök jó ki voltak
If you
írva a
obtain it,
szintek.
I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region. Though I will require Hephaestus and the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere. Should you change your mind, you can update your objective via your focus interface at any time.
Igazából bármit
I will also
kiválaszthattunk volna
transmit a
most.
summary of available data on
Bármikor
all of the
megváltozható.
subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
I do, don't I?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that... Elizabeth set the bar pretty high. She had a dream for you, for life on Earth, and a lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Varzinith, live up to her example?
Sima liba. De nem.
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you,
Hoppá.
all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Micsoda bátorító szöveget
you.
mondott nekünk.
Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
Oké.
Whoa! Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
Oké. A nyugati ajtó. Kiépítetted a bázist. Én olyan bázist építettem, megbolondulol. És olyan szinten túlmentem időbe, hogy abba is megbolondulol. Szóval hagyd el a bázist, a nyugati. Derítsd fel a bázist, igen. A nyugati ajtónál hagy. Az mi volt az a... Ezt várjál már. Ja... És az ott az mi az? Ez mi? Póker konzol... Vizsgál... Póker konzol? Mármint, hogy... Klárika? Gyuri bácsi?
Gaia? What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them and restore the display.
Oké. Kijutunk még szerintetek a mai nap folyamán innen? Hagyjuk el nyugati
I need to
ajtón.
bring Ether back for Gaia. Varl and Zoe are waiting for me by the west exit.
Oké, go
I
west.
could head back east first, check on how Plainsong's doing after the attack. Or I could also look around here some more.
Aha. Na jó, akkor viszont hol tudok menteni? Azt mondd meg nekem. Az meg a keleti ajtó. Ajtókinyitásra. Van 26 percedre, ja. Ott van egy például egy quick save point.
Keep warm.
Jó, na. Szóval, ugye ez az a hegyvonulat, amiről beszélt nekünk a Pali, amikor itt a városba voltunk, hogy mutatta, hogy a hegyen túl van igazából a nyugat. Tehát, hogyha itt átmegyünk az ajtón, a nyugatin, akkor kerülünk erre a területre, és tudunk a nyugati, tényleg a nyugati részen menni. Úgyhogy, hát ebben most nyilván nem fogunk most belekezdeni, csak ezt kerestem egy helyet, hogy hol tudunk menteni, és majd innen tovább folytatni. Nyilván itt most vissza tudunk jönni, és itt tovább tevékenykedni, és ezeket itt így megcsinálni, meg felderíteni, meg hasonlók van itt, vadászpróbától kezdve minden mi szemszájnak ingere, nyilván a rengeteg mellékküldetésünk is, meg mellékküldetés is, úgyhogy egyrészről ezt beaktiváljuk, hogy ide tudjunk gyors utazni, és mentünk egy very big, very manuális, very menjünk aludni. Hű, hát megint csak nem működik ott a chat ablakom rendesen, de ezt majd kijavítom, hogy ne törölje ki a dolgokat. Még vannak csiholni valók itt az új beállításokkal kapcsolatban, de remélem, hogy minden amúgy működni fog. Srácok, lányok, Én nagyon-nagyon szépen köszönöm, hogy velem tartottatok, remélem élveztétek a mai hát extra hosszú Horizon Forbidden West streamet. Iszonyat jó ez a játék még mindig, hol az államat keresem, hol az agyamat kaparom, hogy éppen milyen sztori van, úgyhogy zseniális, tényleg csak zseniális, és szuperlatívuszokban lehet egyelőre beszélni a játékról, annak ellenére, hogy nyilván nem teljesen hibátlan, vannak